Today, we're heading to a single spot in India, a place that, believe it or not, became the launch pad for a global philosophy. We're going to explore Bodh Gaya, the very place where the world first met the Buddha.
And that really is a huge question, isn't it? How can one tiny piece of land, just one spot on the map, spark a worldwide movement of peace and introspection? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into.
So let's start at the very heart of it all. Bodh Gaya's identity is, well, it's incredibly focused. It's the center, the one and only birthplace of what we now call Buddhism. Okay, so where in the world are we talking about? It's right there in the state of Bihar, in eastern India. But you've got to understand this is so much more than just a pin on a map. For literally hundreds of millions of people, this is the epicenter of their entire faith, the very ground where it all started.
You know, to really get a feel for the place, you first have to understand the person. So let's go back in time and follow the story of a young prince whose journey to this exact spot would, well, it would change everything. Okay, this timeline really lays out the whole transformation, step by step. So picture this. Around 563 BCE, a prince, Siddhartha Gautama, shows up here. Now, he'd already spent years living this super intense life of self-denial, but it wasn't getting him the answers he was looking for. So right here in Bodh Gaya, he sits down under a peepal tree and just meditates deeply. And after many, many days, it happens. He attains enlightenment, this incredible, profound understanding about reality, about suffering, and how to be free from it. And in that one moment, poof, the prince is no more. He becomes the Buddha, which literally just means the enlightened one.
So, that's the story. But how do people remember this incredible event today? Well, that brings us right to the physical heart of Bodh Gaya, the Mahabodhi Temple complex. And it is an absolutely stunning symbol of faith.
Right, and the main event, the centerpiece of it all, is the Mahabodhi Temple. And listen, this isn't just some local temple. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That means it's considered a treasure for all of humanity. It's one of the oldest and for sure one of the most important Buddhist temples anywhere on the planet.
But it's not just the main temple, not by a long shot. The whole complex is massive. You've got the sacred Bodhi Tree, and get this, it's a direct descendant of the original tree the Buddha sat under. Then there's the Vajrasana, the diamond throne. We'll talk more about that in just a sec. And all around, you have these incredible international monasteries. Tibetan, Japanese, Thai, you name it. Oh, and you can't miss the giant 80-foot-tall Great Buddha statue. It really is a global spiritual hub.
Okay, let's zoom in on that Vajrasana, because this is the bullseye. The absolute core of everything. We're not talking about the general area. This is believed to be the exact spot, the very ground where the Buddha sat. They call it the Diamond Throne, and that's a perfect name, right? It symbolizes the unbreakable, crystal-clear wisdom he found. For a pilgrim, there's no spot on earth more sacred than this one. All right, so that's the history, the backstory. But what about today? What does Bodh Gaya mean to the world right now? Well, today it's a massive global pilgrimage site. A magnetic focal point for millions and millions of people. And the sheer scale of this, it's just mind-blowing. I'm not talking about a few thousand people or even hundreds of thousands. No, we're talking millions. Millions of people make the journey to Bodh Gaya every single year. That one number, that tells you all you need to know about how powerful this place still is. And look at where they're all coming from. It's a truly international crowd. Pilgrims travel from literally all corners of the globe. Sri Lanka, Thailand, Japan, China, you name it. They all come back to this one place, the place where it all began. It really is a global congregation, all united by this deep, shared respect for the site. You know, to really put its importance into perspective, this comparison helps a lot. For a Buddhist, Bodh Gaya is on the exact same level of sacredness as Mecca is for a Muslim or as the city of Kashi is for a Hindu. It's not a holy site, it's the holy site. The spiritual center of their entire world.
All right, so as we start to wrap this up, let's just take a step back and think about the deeper meaning here. What's the real legacy of what happened on this spot thousands of years ago? It really boils down to an eternal message of peace. Because when you think about it, Bodh Gaya is bigger than just one religion. It's become a global symbol for these really powerful universal ideas that speak to everyone. Peace, compassion, and that inner journey of self-discovery. It really represents a potential that's inside every single one of us.
And I think this quote just captures it perfectly. This is the land that showed the world the path of love, nonviolence, and humanity. That's the gift, isn't it? The gift that came from one person meditating under a tree, and it's a gift that is still so incredibly relevant today.